Alright, well, obviously we're gonna stick around for the goss. Oh, I can help, sure. What do we need to prepare still?
All things considered, with the rate at which you go through coffee, I'd appreciate it if you could brew another pot, Master Dave.
Has anyone taken any of the coffee yet?
I don't think so.
I guess is it a parallel pot, like a separate pot that they have prepared? Because they were already preparing coffee in the previous scene that nobody has had yet. Yeah, they're just they got high throughput here. I nodded to Benson. It seemed as though speaking plainly was over in favor of taking an air of professionalism in front of extra people and people with lying detectors in their brains. Haas seemed to be pulling things out of the fridge while Benson continued basic prep work. I wasn't sure if Haas was just dictating what we were having for breakfast and Benson was just going along with it, or they were in sync already.
Master Haas, you've made me curious now. Curious about what? I was, in fact, lying. How could you tell? Oh, just natural talent. What a response. How did you tell I was lying? Oh, I'm just a super genius.
Yeah, average Japanese visual novel protagonist. I am the super lying detector. That's my talent. That's why I'm in this death game with the Monokuma.
Oh, man. Oh, just natural talent. Always been able to clue in when people weren't being quite truthful. Maybe it's all the time I spent around my siblings trying to figure out if they were fibbing or not. Oh, yes, that would do it. A skill such as that, though, would have fine applications in law enforcement.
Ew.
Don't tell him to be a cop.
Ew.
Or perhaps
I'm gonna be an artist. You should be a cop. Ew. 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 I'm surprised I'm surprised that being an actor didn't come up in his explanation.
Yeah.
He literally watches people perform versus being sincere and go back and forth daily when he's working that way.
Thanks, but no thanks. Not interested in any of that sort of stuff. Comes with the territory, you know? What comes with the territory?
What? Yeah, what does that mean? Territory? What sort of territory?
Just where I fit in the world. Easier to pick out what people are intending from afar. No point in confronting anyone about it if you already know where you stand. Know of where you stand. If you're already in the know of where you stand. Okay, that's what it was saying.
Huh.
Sometimes it's even better to just go along with it.
What, like acting?
Sort of. Sometimes the best place to find information or even hide it is right in plain sight.
But why? How?
Oh, I believe I follow. Who questions what's right in front of their face? People are typically prone to believing what they see at face value. Got it in one. An interesting concept, to be sure. I'd agree with Master Haas on this. There have been many a time where telling someone something with no air of illusion has brought them around to believing what I've said. Even if it were a blatant lie, or even subtle misdirection.
Isn't that bad, though? Okay, so lying already is pretty bad. Why would you need to lie?
Morality is a fairly gray scale, Master Dave. Varying greatly based on one's experience and perspective of the world. Is that true? I don't think that is.
I don't... No, yeah, I don't think morality is that gray.
I mean, the whole idea of morality is that the concept of morals is that there is somehow a fine line between A and B.
It's just about minimizing harm, basically.
That's ethics. Ethics is about minimizing harm. Morals is about what is right or wrong.
Sure. But
what
grayness usually only comes in terms of like contrived video game scenario moral choices, or like the contrast between the law and what's actually moral. But like morality isn't like that vague. Like, it's really kind of hard to come up with edge cases.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, I think what he's trying to say is the argument that, like, you know, it's okay to steal if you're starving. Like, the thief is wronged by the system, so his actions are not unjust. But justice and morality are actually different things. So what he's trying to say is, like, varying greatly based on one's experiences and perspective of the world is, like, maybe how people perceive morality. But, like, the argument he was making there, though, was that ultimately, like, Dave went, like, isn't that bad? Wouldn't everyone agree that that's bad? And Benson went, no, it's not bad, because, like, what if your experiences are different? Which is not really, like, what
morality is a human construct. It's like
exactly. Yeah. And it's just like, all right, dude, I guess that's not what Dave was asking.
It's a thing where you can get to where he's going, but he's answering the question wrong. It's like,
yeah.
What you can say, what he should be saying is there's just the morality of lying is a gray scale.
Yes.
Because, like, the concept of lying cannot be flattened into only being good or only being bad no matter what.
Yes.
But he's just saying morality in general is gray. It's like, I don't know, is the thing good or bad? That's the question.
Exactly. Not that I disagree, but what makes you say that, Benson?
This is the longest conversation we've had with Haas.
Yeah. I've served the Hammond family for countless years now, caring for its masters and mistresses of the manor and their guests. But not every head of the house has been a pleasant individual.
We continue to work on breakfast.
That didn't answer the question.
No, he didn't answer a single question. He didn't answer a single question, and Haas did not answer a single question. Haas did not ever answer why he wouldn't be a cop. He said a weird word soup and then moved on.
That was the funniest misdirect we've had so far.
Yeah, no, this conversation was wild because nobody responded to what anyone else said directly for the most part. Like, Haas, why would you want to be in law performance? You know, it's just like where you fall, where the cards land. You know, like where the dice roll and stuff. Like where, you know, just where how things work out. You know, it's like sometimes it's better to be from afar and or just go with it. I'm like, what the fuck did you just say, Haas?
It's so funny that Haas is like, what do you mean by that? I don't necessarily disagree, but can you elaborate? And then Benson's like, well, you see, morality can be pretty gray. My last person that I used to work for, reprehensible, morally corrupt. And then everyone in the room is just like, what? That didn't answer. What do you mean? That doesn't mean
trying
morals.
To say your last owner, your last, like, master was morally gray in some abstract. But even then, it's like,
or the morals of you working for him were somewhat dubious.
Yeah.
It's just so funny that he just misdirects without answering the question at all.
Yeah, with pleasantness itself not being a moral value.
Yeah.
We continue to work on breakfast, finishing up fairly quickly, before taking it out of the dining room and laying it on the table. As I grabbed...
I feel like if Benson was the mastermind, this entire group of kids would just be fucked. Like, all of these people would be just dead. He's running circles around them.
As I grabbed food for myself and started eating, Dean poured me a cup of coffee. No sooner had the smell of it hit my nose, I felt at peace again, sighing out despite the mouthful of banana I had. Just moaning around a banana.
Everyone's just staring at Dave. Like,
why is he eating it like that?
You okay, buddy? Dean's like, dude, I thought I was being forward. All right.
So he's just eating this banana upsettingly.
Exactly. Making an erotic scene out of eating a banana while all of his friends are like, this is breakfast. Dude, what the hell is up with Dave?
As he's specifically the character that romantically pursues basically no one.
So funny.
That's Dave, always so hard to get.
What a character.
Today has had our most laughing fit so far with this game. Occasionally I'd shoot Benson looks, unsure of what to make of my situation.
He's just batting his eyelashes at Benson while he's eating a banana and moaning. He's giving Benson looks. They're just sitting there like, what is he trying to communicate?
Very, very good, Master Dave.
Thank you, my boy. Fuck.
Right. He was joining us for breakfast this morning, it seemed, satisfied with eating his porridge and coffee nearly as black as Dad took it. Nearly as black?
Yeah, it's either black or not.
Yeah.
It's
just
not
a light spritzing of milk, which makes it distinctly unblack instantly. Like, nearly as black. What do you... You mean, did Dad burn his coffee?
He only drinks French roast decaf.
I'll only drink coffee after it's roasted on the stove for another 10 minutes.
It's carbonized coffee.
Yeah, you take your coffee black. I take my coffee reduced.
Oh fuck!
I'm so upset with that sentence. I hate that I said that. Black coffee reduction. I looked at the others at the table. Which one of them had been here before? Who knew where the library was? I had a feeling I knew, but with a whole day ahead of me, I wanted to try and figure it out myself first. It's just a matter of life and death. I better just wing it. I have several resources I could check with, but what if I figured it out myself? You know, for the cred that no one else is in on. I was wondering.
Wondering what?
I noticed that Benson was now listening in, curious about keeping his attention, for the most part, on his porridge. What's everyone doing today? Probably just hanging around until I'm ready for a nap. Maybe I'll go soak in the tub for a bit before turning in.
He's gonna get drowned to death.
Maybe I'll do the same.
We did it. We survived the night with the buddy system. Now let's all split up and be vulnerable and asleep during the day where murder's impossible. Hot tub, huh? Mind if I tag along?
Wait, hot tub? I thought he meant he was taking a bath.
I think that too. Yeah, the tub. He didn't say jacuzzi or hot tub, so that didn't imply that to me, but maybe they're all just gonna cuddle in Dean's bathroom.
They're all
tub.
gonna lay sideways in Dean's bathroom tub, just squeezed in.
I mean, I volunteer as tribute.
Not at all.
Might take a load off today. Just sit and watch TV. Orlando, want to join me for a bit?
Sure.
They have a new episode of
TV
Neon
Buddies.
Neko Sugar Girls to watch.
For an anime club, they don't watch a lot of anime together.
No.
Watching anything in particular?
Nothing comes to mind. How about you pick?
All right. I think I've got just the thing. Normal Taxi. What about you, Roswell?
No plans. Might just be lazy today. Wander around the house.
So no one's worried about the murder stuff, but also no one's going to try to do the scavenger hunt, and also no one does anything for fun. Like, everyone's going to be lazy and hang out. But the only one that amounts to actually doing something specific is just watching TV, which is fine. But at least that's like doing something. And it's even with a friend, like bonus points. But these people are like,
I don't know. I'll just like haunt the halls like a ghost until I pass out. Cool vacation, guys. Having a great time.
huh. Well, okay.
What? Worried about me? I can take care of myself.
Just don't let the door open or I'll wander outside and get lost again.
I shot Roswell a look, wary, but said nothing more on it. I did need to talk to him about yesterday, but I had to get a start on searching for the library. Well, good. Meet back for lunch then? Dinner? There were nods all around, and I got up to leave.
Benson, something's been bothering me as of late.
Probably the several accusations of murder that have happened.
Oh? Whatever can I do to ease your troubles, Master Roswell?
It's just... we're the only ones here at the moment, right? Just the 8 of us here in this room now.
Haas can tell when Benson's lying.
Yep.
My eyes
Answer
darted
in
to
red text.
Yeah. My eyes darted to Benson, who moved to play with his mustache once more.
That's correct. The only ones currently in the manor are the 8 of us in this room. No one else.
Right as Haas cleared his throat, I looked at him. He caught my eye and stopped, about to say something, but giving me a look instead. Was he about to call out a lie from Benson? Should I let him? My mind tried to remember if this was going to be a problem or not. I vaguely remembered something about Oz not wanting to give himself away. So, if he was a mysterious 9th person in the manor, was I meant to keep him hidden or say something? Benson must have caught Haas's gaze directed at me. Him, too, now looking at me expectantly for a decision to be made. No one else was saying anything, seemingly happy with Benson's original answer.
Just 8, huh?
I think revealing Oz is the bad end answer and supporting Benson is the good end answer. That's my guess.
Which makes me... I want to see what happens when you reveal Oz because it keeps coming up.
Yeah.
We missed it last time. And I'm just like... I was just amused by Haas just being able to blatantly call out. Like, you can't answer... You could just... This is like the real reason why Benson had to hide for the last week. Is because if Benson was around, basic conversations would have revealed Oz's presence around Haas's superpowers. But isn't there 9? There was a silence following my question. Benson's expression was somewhere between disappointed and contained panic.
So there was someone else here. Interesting.
I could see Benson tensing up. I wasn't sure if I was meant to be ashamed that I'd opened my mouth or relieved that there was no more secrets to be shared.
Better question is, why hide it?
Even better question, who is it?
Ah, my apologies to all of you. The master of the house is indeed still here. His proclivity for being a recluse led him to believe that his presence here was unnecessary to divulge. After all, he never intended to interact with any of you.
Why? You're staying at his house, right? It is a he based on master, right?
Correct.
Well, I guess that's not so bad. If he wants his space, that's fine, right?
I just want to reiterate how bizarre this is as a, like, weird vacation that was planned for them.
Yeah.
Of just like,
no, it's pretty upsetting to go to an
gonna...
Airbnb and find out that the owners are still living there and you didn't know for a week.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
He leaves us alone, we leave him alone. What's the big deal?
Last night. Does he know about last night?
He does, yes, but I assure you he paid your search no mind. He's a skeptic, shall we say.
He doesn't believe you are in danger either.
As I said to Master Dave, the thought was flattering all the same. That you would all flock to your friend's aid is touching sentiment, too. Master and I were both pleased that the youth of today would have such solidarity for one another.
He avoided answering the question because
He did.
Haas would notice.
Yes, and also, incredible word to use for this group, solidarity. Not the word I would think of using on this group at all, ever.
This friend group that instantly starts suspecting each other of being murderers. So what? You gonna come say hello now that we know he's around, or nah?
Likely not, Master Tyson. He does like his space.
Well, whatever then. But...
Now, Master Dave. No need to worry about this anymore. I apologize again for misleading you. I assure you that everything is fine.
I got the impression Benson was trying to stop me from saying something, but I couldn't place why. Well, that's it then. Do we know... Now that we know that there's the 9 of us in the house, unless there's gonna be a mysterious 10th person showing up later, shouldn't be any cause for alarm, right?
Precisely.
And then a fucking secret 10th person arrives, appears out of nowhere, but it's a burned corpse, and we're like, where'd this person come from? That's not any of us. Wow, weird twist. Well-written story. I have some axes to grind.
Now, if I may, I will take my leave. Now, laundry calls.
He's pissed. He's gonna go choke Dean out in the bathtub.
He's gonna piss on your laundry. He's gonna find another pumpkin and make it worse.
Oh no.
Benson strode out of the room, his dishes from breakfast held neatly in front of him as he disappeared into the kitchen. Chances were he'd take the exit from there out into the rest of the house to avoid coming back into the dining room.
Sal, you doing all right?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Is it because of everything else that's happened? About what?
I don't know, just something's not seeming quite right with me.
Like feeling sick, or?
No, more like an uneasiness. Something feels wrong.
Well, if you figure out what it is and we can help, let us know.
Why is everyone acting like they don't know why he'd feel uneasy about the conversation that just happened?
Yeah. Characters have selective amnesia in this, and they just forget that they've been feeling actively weird for multiple days in a row now.
Yeah, like the entire opening of this game was Dave acting like, feeling like he was having like a Chunter style like sleep paralysis nightmare coming on. Like he was constantly on like freaking out about something and wasn't sure why. And they just revealed to everyone that somebody is in this house that they didn't know was here for the last week, and it's like, oh, Sal, you're not feeling good? Is it, you got a tummy ache?
Yeah.
You back, you don't like the coffee? Like, what? The conversation we just had.
It's probably nothing, but I shall let you know if I figure it out. Well, that clears that up.
Why were you wondering if there was another person in the house?
It's very presumptuous of Roswell to have come to that conclusion and asked it at that exact shit-stirring moment.
Yeah, why did he think that and ask that in that moment and had no follow-up things to say about it when it was revealed to be true?
Yes. I guess maybe he believes that if he believed that what's-his-face was killed by murder, he was then thinking, what if it wasn't all of us, so ergo there must be at least one more man in the mansion. But again,
but us
this is an
grouping up
open
stopped
campus.
the murder.
Yeah. This is an open campus, too, though. So, like, Benson could have not been lying when he says, yes, there's only 10 of us here right now in the house. But then, like, maybe there's, like, 45... There were 45 people here 2 hours ago, and they just left. And now they're outside
people
the
could
house.
just come and
you know
go.
what I mean? Like, this isn't a closed room, so the
maybe the
amount
master
of
is in
people
the
can
house.
change.
Maybe he's in the fucking Umbrella Corporation hive that's underneath the mansion.
Exactly. He's in the vault. Like,
yeah, he's in the vault, literally.
Well, I'm going to go wander around the mansion, see everyone at lunch.
Roswell left soon after in the same way Benson did, disappearing into the kitchen. I'm gonna go get changes for the hot tub.
Wait a minute. I just realized something. Dean earlier, when asked, said, what are you going to do today? And he said, I think I might take a little time to chill in the tub before turning in. as in going to bed.
Yeah.
But it just dawned on me that this is breakfast.
Well,
they are immediately getting in the tub.
Yeah.
So,
well,
is he just going to be in the hot tub for an hour and then go to bed for the day?
I don't know. It might not be for the day, but he did say twice he wants to nap again because he didn't sleep very well, which itself was a bit odd because when we got back from the meeting, everyone was asleep and sound asleep and like content and quiet and like peaceful little cherubs in their bed. And then they all were still asleep when we woke up, but like, I don't know, fighting their pillows a bit. But like both of those two things imply that they slept the entire night. If not,
that's what I'm saying.
If not, I think the two love interests would potentially have thoughts on having woken up and seen Dave just on top of Sal the entire night, chest to chest, just like romantically, like size difference spooning, and like, this is gonna be a point of drama now.
It's just like kind of funny that his plan for the day is wake up, drink coffee, do hot tub for an hour or two, bed now, no other plans, just sleep. It's 11 a.m.
Well, at least they're all
like,
bonding.
Okay.
They're all like, you know what? We do all like the hot tub.
Yes.
That's what we're doing today.
He has a very single track mind.
Yeah. It does feel like this game has like Outer Wilds length days.
Yes.
People just like wake up, have lunch, go back to sleep. See you tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah, very much so.
I'll be coming too. Hi, son.
What?
You're coming. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Give me 5 to get ready.
Yay, the love interests are all being kind and interacting.
Yeah.
And they're hanging out with each other.
Not here.
And he's not invited because fuck him.
The three of them filed on out, leaving their spot to the table as they were. Thankfully, they hadn't made too much of a mess, but...
Must have been in a hurry. Didn't clean up after themselves.
I started stacking his dishes along with Tyson's before moving on to Sal's. Well, I was gonna offer to clean up after breakfast anyway. Least I could do, given you helped make it. Well, I'm happy to help out too. Many hands and light work and all that, right?
Sure, between the three of us it'll be quick.
We gathered up what we could and brought it to the kitchen, making a few trips back to put what leftovers we had back in the fridge for later.
That should just about do it.
Shouldn't we wash the dishes too? I feel bad leaving them for Benson.
It'll be fine, right?
Will it though?
Probably. Come on, Orlando, let's go hang for a bit.
It's like, I promise this scenario has no stakes. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
I watched both of them leave, sizing up the dishes. There weren't all that many in the grand scheme of things. Maybe I should do the dishes. At the same time, though, I could just as easily leave them for Benson to do. I saved his life.
Imagine fucking Benson over by revealing Oz and then being like, he can do the dishes. Dickhole.
He's the butler.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
like, this is my entire duty in life, is to serve this house. For all I know, clean the dishes is like butler euphoria.
We're gonna find out that it wasn't a murder. It actually was Benson suiciding in a really weird way, and the whole reason is gonna just because he's sick of putting up with Dave's shit.
Like these fucking this choice affects whether or not you get the good ending.
Let's clean the dishes. Let's not be literally the absolute worst.
Okay, dishes. I wandered over to the sink and started working down the list of things I needed. Did they really just collectively group up and say, wow, all of us could team up and get this done faster? And all they meant was carry the dishes into the kitchen and then leave
Yes,
them?
literally.
Haas sucks. I wandered over to the sink and started working down the list of things I needed. Dish soap, check. Plug, check. Sponge, double check. Don't know why there were 2, but I guess I have backup in case one broke? Do sponges break? Dave, have you done dishes before? Are you like wondering how you do? Are you
This is
out?
Dave's ice cream.
This is a lot of thinking about how to do dishes when the only thing you need to like, the plug's already there. So like the dish soap's probably right there in the sponge. But I'm just like any item you use, things have durability. Sponges wear out, and then you throw that sponge away, and you need more sponges in the long term. Like, did you think they're adamantium sponges? You get 1 sponge for life, and that's your soul sponge? I started filling the sink with hot water, basically until it was actually hot before putting the plug in. Dad said that only hot water made dishes clean, and remembered Orlando saying something to that effect too. Then again, the stuff Orlando used was really fancy, or at least said you had to clean them in particular ways to stop them from breaking or just going bad.
How does he not know that you have to wash dishes with hot water? Does he not know how to wash his hands? This creates so many more questions. So scary.
Plug in, dish soap up, and the water began to foam. Okay, so what do I clean first? I looked to what Haas, Orlando, and I had gathered. There were plates, mugs, some glassware too. I wash glasses first, right? Or was it plates? Cos, or some say cosm. Let me think. Water is clean, which means that the first thing to clean is...
Are they really making this like a thing? This is wild. I need everyone out there who is doing the dishes for the first time after reading this novel to know you can wash dishes in whatever order you would like. It is completely fine.
This sounds like some fucking salad fork shit. Like you have too many things around your plate, and there's like an order to how you the etiquette or something. We're going to get the bad end, and we're gonna mess up the morphogenetic field because we did plates first and not glass. It's like just clean stuff. It's fine. It's not this deep. Glass, I think. That way they stay really clear. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. As I washed the glassware, I noticed that after I'd scrubbed them clean, they were crystal clear after the suds had been rinsed off. Wow! Then came the plates. Haas and Orlando had already... Ross? If his name was Ross. I'd actually be pissed if his name was Ross, because then we'd have a Ross and a Roswell. Haas and Orlando had already started things off by scraping what scraps were left over. So all I had to do was scrub them free of grease and the like. What did they eat even? For once, that was not described. George R. R. Martin would be
No, they said oatmeal,
unhappy.
I think. Someone had oatmeal. One person had a banana.
Oh yeah, we had a banana. I know that the butler had oatmeal. I don't know if anyone else's food was described. There's apparently grease in play. With the plates done, the water was starting to get cloudy. With only a few mugs left, I washed them up too before sitting them aside. To dried my hands on a tea towel and turned around, I came face to face with Benson.
He's gonna kill us now.
Benson, hello?
Hello, Master Dave. Doing the dishes, are we?
I just wanted to help. I didn't expect you to, well, I didn't hear you come in. Sorry. Should I have left them for you, or I think I did them properly?
They look fine to me from here.
I'm imagining him saying that with just to like, what do you mean you didn't do the dishes well? They're dishes. Did you wash
Yes.
them? Okay.
Yes, the dish ritual has been completed, all according to instructions.
Have you made any progress with your little task?
Sounds so condescending. He's so pissy at us now because he revealed
left
Oz.
the room yet, you prick. I literally have been here since we saw each other last. Just like, the thing about dishes is just that you put in an effort and actually try. Like, there's no magic ritual order to it. It's just you actually have to try and then you look at them for a moment afterwards and like, yep, I did it. The number one reason why dishes and utensils come out dirty and get put away dirty, and then you are worried about your housemates and check or in my situation where you check all your dishes and plates before you use them because you're worried they're gonna have weird food stuff stuck to them, is just because they don't try very hard. It's not like a magic ritual.
I'm sure there is a logic in here where it's like, you want to wash the glassware first because maybe it'll streak, and like if you have dirty water, but like,
yeah,
just don't scrub everything in that. Wash stuff. You have one side of the sink running water that you can scrub all the crap off so it goes down the drain, and then soak things in the water that you had in the other side of the sink.
Yeah, you really just don't need to use, you don't really even need to use the plug swamp you've created for glassware. There's nothing, it's just, you're just rinsing and soaping the glassware and it's like, there you go, it's clean again.
Yeah.
It's not got anything, nothing's on it. It's just glass. It's full of drinks. Not yet, just been here doing this. Oh, we're getting the bad end because we used up our library time washing 6 dishes. And that's, you know how long these days are in this universe. Like that's time for lunch already.
It's the whole day now. Yeah, we lost the whole thing. I gestured behind me to the sink, and the dishes were on the rack to dry.
I see.
I don't know why you're gesturing to the dishes. We already talked about them. I looked at them. They're still there. They have not moved. I see. Master Dave.
You fucking idiot.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
It's not my place to say, Master Dave.
So that means yes. If the answer was no, you would say no. Oh, you can just call me Dave. Dave is fine as is.
Very well, Dave.
What if he was just like,
that's not this kind of friendship, I'm sorry. That makes me very deeply uncomfortable. I hope that your decision at breakfast was the right one.
What decision was that?
Are you kidding me, Dave? Are you kidding me?
You mean like when I chose between washing the plates or the glass first? I can only remember one decision at a time.
Exposing Oz to your friends.
Oh, well, they had a right to know, right? And it's bad to lie. Wink.
Agreed, Dave. Lying is fundamentally bad, if sometimes necessary.
That goes against what you said about gray morals.
Yeah, it does. It's fundamentally bad. You're gonna come out and say that lying is just a universally, definitely bad thing to do after that speech?
After you literally just did it?
The things parents say to their children to protect them from the hard truths of the world in infancy. And the lies adults say to one another to protect not only themselves, but those they hold dear.
Why, lies can be wielded for good or evil. A lie to save someone's life, for example, good or bad. Ergo, lies are not inherently bad.
Yeah, why did he immediately launched back into the graieties of lying after saying it's fundamentally bad? I don't think it's a hard argument to say that if you lie to say and somebody's life is saved, it was probably good. It's probably a good lie. It's probably a pretty good lie.
It's not. Lies are not fundamentally bad. He's making a bad argument for why they're fundamentally bad by arguing why they're not. It's just very weird.
It's like, if you didn't lie and then the person died, you probably should have lied.
Yeah.
It's not that deep, honestly. It's pretty severe.
Forgive me, Dave. It's not my place to be interrogating you on such matters, merely raising a point of philosophical importance. Hawes entrusted you with information, a sign that he was willing to let you make a decision. Whether or not your decision was the correct one, who can say?
I have horrible hiccups right now. It's really hard to do this voice while I'm hiccuping.
A hiccup created by the voice.
Oh.
He's strangling you in real life already. Oh.
Do not misunderstand me. I harbor no ill will towards you, my boy. There's no need to be alarmed or ashamed.
He says as he's gripping, he's doing the Arthur grip with his hands angrily.
It's like the sound of there's the sound of like stretching leather. Okay. I did have one question for you though. How did you get in here so quietly? I'm not wearing shoes, Dave.
No one is. How much about large houses like this do you know, Dave?
Did we ever establish if people wear shoes or not?
19. I think this is a no shoes world.
You think it's a no shoes world?
My guess.
Because we had this question when Tyson put his foot on our face, and we're like,
"Yep,
is that a shoe or a foot?" Both are gross because they were on the floor, but
I'm just guessing.
One of them's hornier. They cost a lot of money, and people live in the walls.
They do. What else?
Like a lot of money.
Perhaps I should rephrase my question.
Oh, and they can be spooky.
Why do you say that, my boy?
Because sometimes they have
squatters, people that live in the walls.
Yeah, like a ninth person. A realization dawned on me as I worked through it. This wasn't some movie or work of fiction. This was an actual house, right?
Have what, my boy? I feel like you might be onto something.
Benson, does this house have hidden thingies, passages, and rooms? Benson, with a knowing smile, held a digit up to his muzzle, indicating to be quiet.
Why, what a novel idea, Dave.
Like from novels.
Yeah. It's almost like the house is just the house from Clue, which is why it has a conservatory.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of those?
It's like the rule in detective novels where you can only have one hidden passage. And no secret twins. Wait, so...
I believe that. Should you go searching, there's a chance you might find something of the sort, but just to say...
Me, I said that, but slightly roundaboutly, but extremely explicitly.
Now run along, Dave. Happy hunting.
Remember when I told you the clue was to ask your friends and you didn't fucking do that? Anyway... I nodded to Benson and scurried along. There was somewhere I figured I should start my search. Yeah, pull out the right book and the whole wall opens, except this looks like it's all exterior walls because of the windows, so it will just kill you. If a door opens here, it's extremely Winchester. Do not trust it. This is not a safe room to walk out through the walls.
Dave, adamant that the bookshelves will open, is just pulling on them until it just collapses on him.